love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find
Alrighty, hold on. Turn that on, but then lower the volume. It's a little loud for me, personally. Alrighty, let's hit unpause here. Welcome, everybody, to Red Star versus 64th Aggressors. I've personally been anticipating this match. I think this is a semi-final match. Yeah, this is a semi-final match for the winners bracket. And whoever wins this one will go on to the finals for the winners bracket. Now, again, that's not the ultimate finals. The ultimate final will be had between the winner of the winners bracket and the winner of the losers bracket. So these guys are fighting for a chance to be the winner of the winners bracket itself. Oh, stream title. You're so correct, Jack. Thank you for letting me know. I totally didn't. Of course I'm going to forget something. I always do. There we go. Red Star versus 64th Aggressors. Boom. Alright, there we go. Stream title is fixed. Thank you very much. But anyways, let's take a look at 64th here. So on the 64th side, we've got Vadi in his Mirage 2000. He loves that thing in this tournament. Cookie, who is now in a F15 instead of a J11. So pretty interesting to see him. Maybe the scrim 64th had with my Alamo team got him to convert over to the superior F15 loadout. So gonna be interesting to see how well Cookie does there. Rage, Crips, and Tab all in an F18, and they are most likely taking, actually, Rage here taking 6 Sparrows, bit different for their team, but Crips and Tab over here with 4 Sparrows each, so they're gonna go for maximum speed. Vadi, obviously, he's got his thing, and he does actually have the missile warning system in the rear there. And real quick, I do want to pause it because I think they're just about to take off. But so that's 64th over there. We got a Mirage 2000 F15 and triple F18s. 2 of the F18s have the same loadout. One of them is asymmetrical with the other ones. And then over here on the Red Star side, looks like Striker is just filling out as an alternate, just in case, I guess, one of the RS guys DC or something. But over here we have Aaron, Squid, Plasma, Zaphod, and Zenik over here, and they are all in SU-27s, not even the J11, but the SU-27 itself. As we see here, Aaron, he's loaded to the gills with R-27Rs, going for that maximum radar missiles, and he's got 4 R-73s. Obviously, why would you not take 4? And then over here with Squid, we have typical flanker loadout, 4 Rs, 2 Ts, 473. Same thing with Plasma. He's got that loadout going. Zaphod over here, same deal with his loadout, and Zenik finally, again, same deal. So Aaron is the only ugly duckling out here with his 6 Rs, which I personally think is better than having the Ts, because sure, the 27T, you know, is a little bit further range than the 73, but you know, I don't think carrying 2 is really necessary in this kind of tournament. So let's go ahead and just get set up here for this. Looking to see how this match turns out. I know how many rounds there are, and I do know the winner, but I don't know how, you know, how the rounds break down. So it'll be very interesting to see, and I do want to see Aaron's loadout do something a little bit different, because I do think having more radar guided missiles is more important. I think at least having 1 R over 2 Ts is better than having just straight up 2 Ts. So here we go. Got those gorgeous takeoffs. real quick. Yep. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Alrighty. Alright, now that they've taken off and I've got my explanations and stuff out of the way, let me catch up on chat. 64th can't stort. That's all that happened. No need to watch. Tab is the worst player in the game, confirmed. You whiffed this one. You whiffed this one bad, lol. Yeah. Well, if you guys sort terribly, I wonder if... I don't know if that's because Red Star fly too close to form, or you guys are just really that bad at sorting. Because... I don't know. It's obviously, like... One of the other nice things about flying a completely symmetrical flight, like RS are doing right now with 5 flankers, is that they get to... it's a lot harder for other teams to discern who is actually tracking them and who they're tracking. Say for like guys in the Hornets, you know, you got your RWR on your radar screen kind of sensor fused there. So, you know, if guys are spread out and you lock someone up and you've still got nails from that person, right? You can tell, okay, that's a SC-27, that's an F-18, that's an F-16, right? So really, really easy to target identify. But with this, you know, and to split up, right, because if you want one person to take that kind of plane and another person to take that kind of jet, you know, it makes that easier. But obviously with 5 flankers, it's harder to do that. All you have to really go by that is azimuth, range, altitude sorts, kind of sorts and stuff like that. So Hornet radar is retarded. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it absolutely is. Hornet radar is just so good. So yeah. Also, noticeably, RS guys are going supersonic in their climb here. So let's go ahead and zoom out here. Everyone has to get sorted first pass. You'll have a hard time. Yeah, absolutely. That's the most difficult. That's one of the most difficult things, especially for Fox 1, is you leave one guy untargeted and they can do literally whatever they want. You know, they'll just push you and kill you, get into your Nez, and you know you're taking first shots at such close range that, you know, they'll get inside of your Nez range if they're not contested, you know, within 30 seconds. And you know, that's absolutely like 0 time. You're just gonna die at that point. So, but over here on the RS side, we've got they're going into 2 groups. Yeah, 2 groups azimuth here. We got Aaron and Squid down south, Plasma, Zafad, and Zenek up north in a little bit of a heavy flight there. 64th going for a classic wall formation, a little bit heavy down in the south here. Cookie and Crips kind of spacing out here. I wonder how much is the spacing actually here. 5 miles, pretty decent here. And we got Cookie. Sorry, I'm like, hopefully you can't hear anything, but they are currently replacing the carpet in the other room in my apartment because my roommate just moved out like last month, so they're getting the thing ready for another person. So hopefully you can't hear any of that. But Cookie up here, 38,000 feet, going Mach 1 point, nearly 1.3. Crips over Mach 1 point, almost 1.2 at 35k. Rage Mach 1.1 at 34. Tab 35,000 Mach 1.1, and climbing Mirage 2 at nearly Mach 1.3, going at 32,000 feet. Versus the RS guys, we've got Aaron over here. He's just over 1.1 at 35, still climbing. Squid, same deal, 1.1, still climbing. And Plasma Zavad about to break 1.2 at 33,000, so a little bit lower than their buddies. And Zenek coming straight up the middle, about Mach 1.15 at 34,000. So looks like they're also going to go into a wall, but they're going to try and like pad out the flanks a little bit by with these 2 ships, and then Zenek is kind of there in the center versus 64th, who are kind of going for, I mean, they're kind of doing the same thing, although Rage, if he wanted a little bit better spacing, should come in more here, but they are going for a much wider wall, as you can see here. Teams are notably inside the bubble already, 40 miles apart from each other. Cookie is probably going to be looking to be taking the first shot here, and my god, look at that speed. Look at that speed. Mach almost 1.6 here at 36,000 feet, so he needs to get higher. He needs to get higher, but he's definitely fast enough, that's for sure. Mach 1.6 as well from Crips here. Rage, only a little over Mach 1. And Vadi over here, Mach 1.6 as well. We got a bunch of R's ripping off the rails at nearly about 25 miles probably. Cookie ripping his own AIM-7 off at 20 miles. That AIM-7 is going to have a lot more juice on it than these R27Rs are. These Rs just immediately die the moment, you know, you crank off at this range. They really can't compete with an AIM-7. AIM-7P out from Crips. Super 530D out from Vadi here at 20 miles, probably on a beaming target. I personally, I mean, with him, you only got 2 Fox 1s. I probably would have held. I sincerely would have held and just pushed into a little bit more of a dangerous range for those 530s, because they will just beat any missile in the game. AIM-7M looks like unsupported by Cookie. He's going to go and ditch out there. Crips continuing to support. He's probably targeting Zafad over here, and he's just going to run him. Plasma, Squid, kind of doing a little bit of a serpentine here to come up the center. Vadi is, how high is he? He's 13,000 feet, really low to the ground. He's within visual range of Plasma, but Plasma is currently beaming, going cold. Cookie recommitting, he's at 23,000 feet. Aaron up at 15. These guys are within 10 miles of each other. Over here we got Crips. Crips goes down to an R27R from Squid. Hopefully Tab can pick up the bill there and take out Squid to avenge his buddy. Doesn't look like he's going to, though. Looks like Squid... Oh, actually, nope. No missile out there. Squid fired a second one probably at Crips there. Tab flowing south, trying to regroup with his buddies. Aaron, this is a very beautiful opportunity here for Aaron to just get Dragon Bag. Tab could easily come in, pick up Aaron, and kill him. Like, they're within visual range now. Vadi can turn into support, possibly. I think we just had a C-fit here. I think we just had a C-fit from somebody. That's not a good look there. Cookie's still flowing cold, kind of being a baby here, not gonna lie. I can say that though because he hosts this tournament. Squid and Zavad have recommitted. Vadi fires his second and last Super 530D. Tab still unable to pick up Aaron. Aaron with an R73 out though on Tab. Looks like those 73s are gonna whiff. R27R on Tab, he's not gonna dodge that. AIM-7P out on Aaron. Ooh, a trade. Good trade there. Vadi, Cookie is now nose hot. He should be able to pick up Plasma here. 5 miles on his nose. Vadi's going to eat this R27T, and he does. And now it's a 1v4 situation. Cookie here with his AIM-7. Zenik and Squid about to cross that hill over there. And looks like they're double tapping R27Ts. So Cookie's got to be flaring here. Doesn't look like he's doing that. And he goes down to the R27Ts. But he did at least take one of the RS guys out. Aaron died to the Hornet trade, so it looks like he took out Plasma there, so very good job. However, obviously not a very good look from the 64th guys here in this first round. They went down. They did take out 2 RS guys, but 3 of them are still up, and it looks like the 64th guys, one of them C-fitted into the ground, so they kind of just gave away a free kill. So that kind of sucks. That was a really quick round, though, there at the start. Look at that. 15 minutes after the server starts, and the round is already over. So, very, very unfortunate. And let's look at these loadouts. My God. Zavad didn't fire a single missile here in this fight. Holy wow, really? That's crazy. What about Zenik here? Zenik fired both of his T's, 2 of his R's, and still got plenty of missiles to continue to fight. And Squid over here fired all but his 73s and a single R. So, I mean, they had plenty of missiles to keep going. They could have just gone and gone forever. So, very, very good performance there from Red Star. They really did just kind of crush it there. 64th, I think 64th could have very easily stomped on RS here, but I don't know. We'll have to look at that in the Tacview. I'll have to break it down a little bit more there, because it really, honestly, I do think 64th could have easily hammered RS. RS seemed way too defensive, but then again, 64th, there were certain elements like Cookie was just way too defensive, and then obviously that C-fit didn't help. If it was a C-fit, we'll have to check. So, yeah. Not going to take a look at the landing because they obviously won this round. So, again, we only give the landing permission to the winner of the match itself. So, I'm going to hit up the intermission, and we'll be right back. Alright, should be back here, and I'm going to actually real quick fix the scores here so that it represents correctly. There we go. RS up 1-0 against 64th, and we're going to be taking a look at this first round. So, 64th being very, very aggressive with their R shots. I mean, we're looking at 26 nautical miles here, Mach 1.35, 36,000 feet out on. Looks like Aaron fired on Cookie. Cookie is ripping Mach 1.8, 36,000 feet. So I got an insane amount of closure here. Cookie returns his own shot at about 20 miles. However, he's already firing on a defending target, so it's not going to look very good. But you obviously need to put a missile out. Like, you can't not fire missiles. So let's take a look here. Yeah, see, look what I'm saying. RS, Zavad, and Zenik have already just completely unsupported their missiles getting shot at. Looks like Zenik probably got shot at by the 530D. Zavad over here getting shot at by Crips, perhaps. Aaron certainly got shot at by Cookie here, and he's going to go ahead and break. However, you know, the way he defended, he totally could have held his track on Cookie. But it looks like Tab is going to follow up with a missile on Aaron, so he's unsorting somebody here. And that somebody, actually, I don't even know. Looks like I really don't know, actually. Plasma is defensive here. He's cold for some reason. Squid, again, you know, he takes out Crip, so he was probably the unsorted bandit here. And he just rips off an R at 7 miles, 24,000 feet, Mach 1.3 at a low altitude. Crips ripping across the deck at 1.2. And it's able to connect there. Now, following up here, Squid takes his R there. Okay, so from this position, I just want to take a look at the overall position of the team. Let's push it a little forward. Okay, so here, if we see here, Squid merged clearly with Tab. Tab did not see Squid. Not entirely sure why. Probably messing with his radar or something, because it's clear that he's like looking at. He should have been able to see very easily. This maybe Tab got shot at by Squid, and so he defended, and then Squid lost track or something like that. But either way, in this position here, 64th could easily come back here and defeat RS. So we got Cookie here. He's obviously being he's trying to be tracked over here by Aaron. So in that case, you know, obviously he can just simply drag, come back left, go feet dry, and then recommit himself up north to go assist with Rage and Vadi here. Rage can obviously try and acquire Squid, but more importantly, you know, look for Zenik and Zavad. Vadi over here, he's going to help out the same way, and he's got to come over here and target somebody on the left, either Zenik or Zavad, and they have to deal with that. Squid is still defensive, so you could try to run him down, but there's two flankers over here that are completely hot. Tab is he's running cold. He's trying to rejoin with Rage and Vadi here, but because Aaron is right here, right, very simple for him to help Cookie do a dragon bag, because as we saw, Aaron kind of tracked away, getting a little getting very separated from his team, and so Tab can easily just come over here and smack Aaron. And again, like, if you just look at the RS placement, right, you got two dudes defensive here. Two guys are hot. They're stacked on top of each other, so that's really good. But then Aaron's all by himself. He's very, very much like an easy target to pick if you're paying enough attention to that. So very much 64th could have come back here and killed a lot of the RS guys, you know, in these fights. As far as 64th goes, or I mean, as far as RS goes, I mean, Squid here, he may be getting targeted. If he is targeted, it doesn't really matter. You know, he could come here and try to, like, basically force a 3-on-2 here with Zenik and Zavad, right? Because Rage and Vadi you can't 2v3 in Fox 1, because you don't have access to those Fox 3s. You can't just Fox on a dude, you know, break off Fox on another dude. Unless obviously you're trying to use Fox 2s, but the AIM-9M doesn't have that much reach, so you're really just trying to be lucky there. But, you know, frankly, Squid here could just simply turn cold here, regroup a little bit. You know, he comes over here, lets Zenik and Zavad push in. to deal with either, to deal with Rage, to deal with Vadi here, and then all he has to do is recommit, come up the center, and assist, force a 2-on-1 situation or something like that, or even go after Tab himself. Plasma over here, he's just got to immediately recommit. There's really no reason for him to be flowing cold here anyways at this moment in time, so he's just got to come in and help, probably try and cut off Tab, or even come over here and try to cut off Cookie, help assist Aaron with running down Cookie, or even telling Cookie, I don't care about you anymore, let's try and kill Tab on his way down here. So like, just a really, like, this is just a super winnable position for RS. 64th could totally beat RS here, but if RS is diligent enough, they would very easily just be able to win purely through a numbers advantage. And who's hot already, who's cold. The 64th guys are kind of fighting, the 64th guys here, they're kind of fighting north to south here right now. They're unfortunately forced into a north to south fight, while the RS guys are very clearly fighting, east to west. So it's kind of hard to fight on like that perpendicular axis like that. It can be done, but it's very difficult. Tab, you said, I don't think I saw him. DL is actually a detriment in some of these matches, clutters the HMD and misleads you. Yeah, absolutely. I think even though the data link is in the game, and I think it's kind of dumb, I think when you add data link, it puts people in aircraft like the Hornet, like the Viper, like the Su-27. It puts them into a situation where they start relying on the data link a little bit too much to confirm the positions of enemies. So they get into that situation where you're just like staring at one position because, hey, there's a data link symbol there, that must be where he's at. SAR is really fun, just have to recognize mistakes and fix them. Absolutely. I think this is one of the best formats to do team building work and stuff like that, because it's so quick. You gotta make sure that you're on the ball in both communications and tactics themselves. In Fox 3, you can kind of just do whatever you want in Fox 3, because it's like, oh, my tactic isn't working, I'm just gonna fire this AIM-120, SD-10, etc., and then turn cold, which gives me time to think about how to fix my mistake. In SAR, if you mess up, you have to deal with it that instant. There is nothing you can do really about a mistake except, either make up for it in that moment or hope to God that one of your teammates can cover you, because you are not going to simply turn cold on a dude and nothing will happen. So as we continue here, Plasma obviously instantly recommits. Squid, as you can see, he does exactly what I thought, and he's going to come back over here. However, Zenik, for some reason, I guess he spots Squid and thinks that it's an enemy. Either that or he gets locked up by perhaps Vadi. Also, oh, here we go. Here's this C-Fit that I talked about. We got Rage here. Looks like he got shot at or something. Maybe he just simply... Looks like he just got spiked. Oh, he got locked up by Zenik over here and killed himself. I don't know why he would do that. That's 10 miles on the deck. I mean, sure, you obviously don't know exactly how far away they are, but this is a bit too aggressive of a defense for how low he was, and he just got unfortunate, flew straight into a map, into a canyon, so that kind of sucks. So instantly throws off any game plan 64th might have going into the continuing this match. Zenik defends, turns cold. Zafad here gets shot at by the 530D, and very clearly just didn't have enough gas on it. You're talking, what is this? 6 miles low to high. It's pretty rough. Very clear that this 530D did not have the... Oh yeah, you can see Vadi over here at Mach 0.43. If he was, transonic in that region, even supersonic, there's no way Zafad would have been able to outrun this. Just thinking about, adding an extra 0.6 Mach of energy to this thing, there's no way Zafad would be able to outrun it. But because of Vadi's horrifically low energy state here, it just was not meant to be. Again, Cookie over here, he's just kind of... He defended very aggressively. He kind of, he needs to. That's 9 miles there. But then he continues to flow cold for what I think is a bit too long. Maybe he is being tracked by Aaron here, which is obviously very dangerous. But a little bit too long in the cold. He could have at the very least try to turn north to again rejoin with his team and maybe sort on one of these guys up north here, which is not something that that he did, it seems. And then we got Tab over here. Let's see if they had line of sight. I assume, yeah, Tab is up quite high. Aaron did not drop altitude until very recently. Tab could have very easily seen these flares pop off. I mean, he's in a good position to have seen them. They're right there. Spot him and then wing over, but looks like he's messing with his radar and trying to confirm with data link and stuff. And you know, gets smoked by the R27R. These flares back here, I guess, were good. They flared out this 73, but the R caught him. But he did at least get the trade with the aim 7 on Aaron, so that's pretty decent there. And now we just got Vadi. I mean, just look at this unrelenting position here. You got Zenik and Squid, you know, line abreast here. Altitude split, Vadi in the beam here. There's nothing he can really do. Versus these two guys. They're just going to pummel him. He's flowing straight into Plasma and Zavad here. Zavad's just kind of defending him, doing exactly what he should be doing. And then Plasma's trying to go assist Aaron, it seems. But he's too late. And, yeah, Vadi not looking out of his window, gets smoked by R27T. Two of them that got fired at him. So he would have gone down to one of them, regardless. Cookie recommitted here. So it looks like he recommits here. And flares, and he's vertical scanning. Look at this noob. Look at this noob wiggle trying to get that vert scan lock. Successfully locks up Plasma here and gives him a Fox 1 there at 4 miles. Nose hot. It's going to be very hard to outrun that, but it just goes into the dirt there, unfortunately. And then he rips off an aim 9 as he recommits and kills Plasma. So Plasma not looking out his window either. But then Cookie, again, you know, maybe he's getting EO tracked, so he has no idea that these T's are being fired, but, you know, obviously not flaring, so he gets taken out by a T. So, you know, again, I think 64th, even after losing Crips and being in kind of a detrimental position, and they're kind of fighting, you know, north to south, not really fighting across the east to west axis like RS were. RS got really defensive and really separated there, could have very easily lost it, but 64th simply couldn't capitalize on it. And again, you know, right at that crucial moment where they needed, you know, at this crucial moment where they needed all of their guys, Rage went ahead and smacked directly into the ground, so they just instantly lost it. And now it's a, you know, now it's a 3-on-5. So very, very difficult position. You're not really going to win, especially with something like a Mirage 2000 on your team. When he's this low and slow, like, what's the point in even flying a Mirage at that point, right? So Tab tried to do his best, but Hornet radar, Hornet data link kind of sucks. Terrible plane. You should fly something better, Tab. maybe an F-15. Maybe fly an F-15 next time, and you won't have these problems. But yeah. That's the end of round 1 there. Let's go ahead. That was a really long debrief, I feel like. Anyways, let's go ahead and head on to round 2. I will be right back. Alrighty. Yep, double checking everything, and we are good to go. Alright. Welcome to round 2 of the Red Star versus 64th match. And teams have swapped places. Game is currently paused, so I can make sure I go over everything. Vadi, Cookie, Rage, Crips, Tab on red side. Same lineup, same weapons, it seems, except I think Rage was the odd one out, but now he does have 4 Sparrows instead of 6 on his jet. Vadi still going strong in the Mirage 2000. And Cookie over here in his... Oh, whoa, okay. Actually different. Cookie is in an F-18. Maybe trying to get a little bit of that buddy data link going. Maybe Cookie was just too low on situational awareness in his F-15, so decided to go in the F-18 to make up for any deficiencies there. Hope maybe this turns out a little bit better. I definitely would hope it turns out a little bit better, seeing as they have 4 symmetrical airframes. Especially airframes that do have donations, data link donation in them, so it should make sorting and stuff like that significantly easier. And the current F-18, you know, you're not really going to be doing much worse kinetically than an F-15, but F-15 is still a little bit better in that regard. And then here we go. We've got looks like Striker is actually going to be filling in for somebody. I don't remember who was the 5th man in this. but looks like he's going to be filling out for them. And again, all flankers. We got Aaron with his 6 Rs, Squid, 2 Ts, Zavad and Plasma, probably same deal. Yep, Ts. They're probably looking at those Ts being like, yep, those were the best choice I probably could have made. They did get a lot of kills with them, so I mean, but I would definitely say that's more of a 64th issue than the Ts being employed, like, or Ts being super effective, because they are effective, but they're just so easy to spoof if you can see them coming, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and get a nice little close-up here. Actually, I could look at Cookie in this takeoff because there are a bunch of Hornets here. Boom. There we go. And now we're just gonna chill because we're just waiting on RS to be ready. 64th are clearly already good to go, good to launch, and all that stuff. So, let me see real quick. Are they lined up? They are still not lined up. Oh, Zenik is spawned in. Maybe it seems like they're waiting for Zenik here. And they're all taxing forward a little bit, trying to get a little closer there. Probably looking like they're going to be taking Zenik here instead of Striker, but Striker is obviously here filling out as a 5th man in case they lose one to whatever reasons. So just waiting on Zenik here to get started, and then we'll probably be able to go. Hey Riker, how's it going? Bing chilling, absolutely. Anyone else Bing chilling? I gotta get like I gotta get something to put like the chat up on screen or something, because obviously I upload these to YouTube, so you know, I'm kind of like talking. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Yeah, we're just sitting here chilling, waiting for RS to get ready. 64th are completely ready. RS Zenik is spooling up and taxing, so we should see that. We should see a completion to that soon. There's a plugin for that. Yeah, I mean, I used to do streaming on Streamlabs, which just is much easier for that kind of stuff because it puts it all into one place. But I use OBS now because I use it to record, and I know you can definitely do it, and I know you can actually like pop up your own stream chat via OBS. But I don't know, I'm just too lazy. I'm not really trying to be a full-time streamer. Even doing these streams where I think the longest one I did for this tournament was like an hour and 40 minutes. Like, that puts a lot of strain on my voice specifically. Like I get really, really parched. My throat gets really sore from talking nonstop, basically. There's some really good matches ahead in this tournament. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. My team's next match is against ETF, which should be happening on Sunday, the 21st. Grim, and then the match after that, whoever wins ETF Alamo fights Grim Reapers. RS versus Griffin is going to be a cool match to see. I still need to stream Wolfpack versus Griffin, and I need to stream Wolfpack versus OTP. And then I think OTP versus 36th, maybe. I'm not too sure, but looks like teams are now rolling. A plugin for DCS, which makes it like a second game chat. It passes it. Oh, okay, I see that. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about seeing the chat myself, because obviously I'm using my laptop to pull up the Twitch stream manager so I can read chat and monitor the health of my stream and stuff like that. You know, I just want it on screen as like a as an overlay, right? So, you know, when I upload this to YouTube, maybe people want to go back, or maybe want to be able to read the chat as well, see what people are saying. So, yeah. But yeah, they're off. 64th are climbing out. Looking pretty good. Again, these skins are really good. I had recently changed the Alamo skins, kind of in, because this really inspired me to fix the Alamo skins from being like a Splinter camo to being more of a classic wave camo. So, you know, I did that. We still obviously retained our team colors and put a little bit of stuff in there, but, you know, this kind of skin got me to change everything out. Get ready for Mach 2 Wall of Eagles. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, Tab, everyone. Man, not enough Eagles in this tournament. And I understand why, but you know, flown correctly, you can give people nightmares. And I am very much hoping to give ETF the same nightmares that I give 64th. So, yeah. Looks like 64th breaking out into their formation quite early here. If we look at the RS guys, they are sticking. Looks like Zenek took off a little late. Plasma Zavad kind of spread here. Aaron and Squid doing their thing. Haven't figured out a counter yet. Need my whiteboard. It's hard. I mean, look, it's really hard to beat it, especially against a team that knows what they're doing. So you will try. Yeah, I know we already scrimmed against ETF at least one time, and I wasn't even actually there for the scrimmage. I wasn't actually there for the scrimmage on that one because I was. Oh yeah, that was the day I went out with a buddy to hang out, but my team won that fight, won that scrimmage. Well, you know, it's a scrimmage, so there's not really winning or losing, but we didn't drop a round to ETF, so I'm feeling confident about the ETF fight, unless, you know, you guys pulled something out from your sleeve and have figured us out or something. But looking forward to it, because I think it'll definitely. I mean, we've only fought Griffin and TMC, so you guys will definitely be the toughest team for us to face. TMC unfortunately didn't have a good time in our match. Hey, Plasma, you're missing your own battle. Yeah, round one already happened. Very, very spectacular finish to round one. And obviously, if you miss anything, I will be uploading this to YouTube this week. I'll probably do it today, because I have the match I streamed yesterday to upload as well. I downloaded the VOD for that. Sucks that Twitch doesn't hold on to these, but it's understandable, and I'd rather archive them on my channel anyways. Yeah, we're just waiting on the clash to happen. 64th again, they're going out in like a really, really pretty wall formation, honestly, and they can totally, you know, do this a lot more organized now that they've got four dudes with data link. Over here we got RS kind of in like a more of a guerrilla group. We got Squid, Aaron very clearly in their own 2-ship flight. Plasma Zavad breaking off in their own 2-ship, and then Xenic all here by his lonesome, being left out of the flanker groups. But looks like they're going to go for some sort of stinger formation here, kinda. Last time they went for a little bit of a disjointed wall. Not disjointed, I don't know why I said that. They had two guys two guys north on their wall flank, two guys south on their wall flank, and then Zenek up the center. But it looks like here they're kind of going more for some sort of stinger versus, again, the wall here. So yeah. So, both teams very much inside the bubble. I have to actually turn on my range thing here. Alright, both teams very clearly inside the bubble here. Again, 32-mile bubble. You got 15 miles. 12 miles. So it looks like first shots should be coming off the rail here soon. The 64th guys are ripping it nearly Mach 1.6, 38,000 feet. R27R's out at 20, almost 25 miles, probably same as last time from the RS guys, and they are ripping it as well. Zenik over here almost going Mach 1.4. You know, guys are going, yeah, Mach 1.3 plus at 33,000 feet. Should definitely get a little bit higher in the future, but they're definitely, they got the energy on them. First pass R27T here might honestly get somebody, given that 64 don't really do a good job of looking out their window for those smoke trails. Watch Plasma, I will die blatantly very first. Yeah, you're going over here beaming, so very clear that you let go of your missile. 530D coming out after you. AIM-7P probably coming after Zavad here. We got 4 flankers tracking up north. Zenek recommitting here. Plasma recommitting here. Plasma's going to go down to this 530, and he eats that 530. Sheesh. But the second 530D out here from Vadi. Looks like it might be going on to Zavad. He's getting into a really bad position. He's going to get smoked by this R73 from Vadi here. That's definitely happening. But 64th guys, man, they are really pushing it here aggressively. Vadi goes down, obviously the R73. R73 out here onto Crips. This Crips did not flare it. That sucks. That really sucks. The 64th guys were in such a good position. Rage in a beautiful position here. You know, 2 miles in trail to Zenik. Zenik going to eat the AIM-7P there. AIM-9M is going to finish that job. Afterwards, Cookie, blind, completely blind, merges with Aaron. His best guess, or his best thing to do here would just be to ignore it and commit right. Maybe tackle Zavad, but doesn't have it. Tab, I totally forgot Tab was here, but he's here. He needs to recommit immediately. He's going to lose his buddies. Squid firing an R and a T. Cookie not defending them. He goes down to the R. Rage merges. Aaron here. Oh, Aaron got hit, and he's going to go down probably. Tab recommitting. Rage running back to Tab. Hopefully they can get regrouped here. Tab needs to grab Zavad. Zavad with an R27T out on Tab. Tab with a follow-up AIM-7P out on... that's Fratricide, perhaps? That's going to happen. Probably locked up his buddy and fired on him. What is happening here? Okay, so... yeah, okay, this sucks. Okay, that's bad. Rage recommitting, though. Should be able to help. Aaron has landed. He needs to just eject in the future. R73 out from Tab. Zavad. They are merged. Going into a 2-circle here with them. Rage AIM-7P out on Squid, but he is not... he failed to flare. Again, what is 64th... why are 64th so scared to flare? But it looks like it worked out anyways. He got a C-fit over here. Tab freaks out, and he's just... oof. Tab freaks out and just bled all of his energy there trying to recommit, and Zavad just easily gets that kill. That was rough. As far as... yeah, that was rough, dude. That, like, you guys, yeah, this SARH stuff really turns around so quickly. The 64th honestly, my opinion, I think 64th should have won this second round. It was so much clearer in this round that they had a dominant setup. Like, they were more aggressive. They were really getting into the weeds there, but either the 64th guys need to train more to get their eyes out of the cockpit, or they need to learn how to bind that flare button, because they are just going down to heaters. It's like they're only going down to heaters here, so they need to stop being stingy with those flares and pop them out. Honestly, in this kind of thing, you should take more flares than chaff, because you don't really need to chaff much unless you're in a desperate situation. But yeah, 64th, I think 64th 100% should have won this second round, but they just let it go. Had people get blown out of the sky. So many heaters that could have easily been spoofed just completely failed to get spoofed. You know, either because of no flare dumps or just, you know, whatever the case may be. So, but congratulations to RS. They did a very nice job. 2-0. Second round, obviously significantly closer. The only one actually walking out of this fight here is Zavad. The rest of his team has been smoked very clearly. So 64th, again, gonna vouch for them in this one. They very clearly could have and should have won this, but too many dominoes fell out of place, and they just could not make it work. So yeah, Aaron took damage, decided to make an emergency landing here, and decided not to deslot. So, but yeah, in the future you should definitely just hop out. Sitting in the plane is whatever. Let's see. Catching up on chat. It falls apart really easily. Yeah, Aaron not dying really threw us off. Yeah, I guess so, but I think there were a lot more issues than Aaron crash landing, because I mean he landed in the desert pretty quickly after being smacked, which I didn't even get to see the missile hit him. Tab almost team killed. Yeah, I don't know how you do that in this kind of environment, especially when you have, you know, data link donations. You should be able to see that he's a friendly, but maybe not. Landed visual saying, "Oh, flares, there's flare." Yeah. I remember you guys telling me that when I hopped in and asked you guys about how this match went the other day. So obviously him being there to call stuff out is a big deal, you know. But if we're being realistic, right? You technically wouldn't be able to. Maybe your systems are down. I don't know. A little bit of gaminess there, but who am I to say? Dice rolled. Hornet radar switched and I unlocked immediately for the raid shot. Yeah. You never saw the merge. Okay, so you just merged blind. He knew he was around me somewhere. Okay. That killed squid replay request. Yeah, we'll take a look at everything in the Tacview. But obviously, as I like to do in my matches, winner gets the honor of actually we get to see him land and laugh at him if he pops his tires. Like I said before, the deal really doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't fly the Hornet myself because I hate it. I'll be honest, I don't like the Hornet. But you'd think with the best sensors in the game currently that it'd be a lot easier to not have those issues. 7P in the second round that killed. Oh my god. Alright. So, yeah. Zavad over here took a little bit of a supersonic sprint. Oh, there he is. Took a little bit of a supersonic sprint. He's got to go land at Bandar Abbas International. So, he's on his way there. Whoa. Whoa. What is happening? There we go. It's just too delayed in a big within visual range fight, so can't rely on it too much. Yeah. Yeah, obviously the data link, the data transfer rate for the Link 16 that we have in game is really, really slow. I wonder if it is that slow in real life. Like, obviously, the current generation data link stuff is should absolutely not be slow. You know, like the data transfer rates we can get nowadays are crazy, but I feel like the update rate in the game might be a little too slow. But it does kind of put a little bit of a nice whatchamacallit, balancing feature, I guess you could say, for the data link jets versus the non-data link jets. So you're really looking for shots, correlating teammate calls, etc. Yeah, absolutely. And again, Tab, that's why I think flying something like the F-15 in this kind of competition is significantly better for training purposes. Specifically, like, obviously you can still fly your Hornet or whatever you want, but I think the 15 is the best one to use because it has such little situational awareness development capabilities for you. You have to really rely on your own person to develop situational awareness and also to be the sensor fusion computer, right? The Hornet does it all for you, and then you come to rely on that and not really develop your own stuff. Not saying that you guys don't do that, because you guys are honestly a very, very good team. You know, I do kind of look up to you in that regard for some of the stuff you do. But I do think an aircraft like the F-15 is a significantly better training aircraft overall. So we just don't have that much time in Eagles. Yeah, I think spending, like, in my team, I basically said, you know, you're flying an Eagle or I'm benching you, is basically what I said to my team. Now, obviously, some people were a little bit too stingy and they wanted to fly the Hornet, so I allowed that. Still not happy with that decision, but, you know, it definitely is making the team better, I think. I think my team has come a long way skill-wise because of us flying the F-15. So, Tomcat is still cooler. There is no sensor fusion in the F-18. MSI is completely... No, I understand that it doesn't have true sensor fusion, but it, you know, it has things like RWR on your face, with the data link on your face as well. The radar screen has you can display the RWR on the radar screen to give you that kind of stuff. So sensor fusion in that way, not sensor fusion in like the true military, you know, trademarked whatever meaning of sensor fusion. So let's see. Tomcat is still cooler. I like the Tomcat. I would have picked the Tomcat over the F-15 just because you can achieve the same stuff in it. However, it requires you to have a second person in it, so, and my team just can't do that. I don't have the manpower for that kind of thing. But here we are with the landing. Nice little bump there. Mobile client mangled my previous. The 7P in the second round looked like a magical kill from my Tacview and other teammates. Super interested to see the track file if you don't mind dropping it in RS. Yeah, I'll post. I'll give you guys the server track file for this. So, but have considered it for this. Yeah, I would definitely give it a good look, Tab. I've been loving the F-15 recently. It's become my favorite jet. For the game. Obviously, I still love the F-14. It's my favorite jet of all time. But the F-15 for DCS, for competitive stuff, is just so fun. It's such a good vehicle. Huge respect for taking almost all Tomcats was awesome. Yeah. The ETF guys taking all Tomcats there was very cool. I have a lot of respect for that. You know, being able to take out like a legitimate division of Tomcats was very impressive to see. There's a lot of coordination that is required in that. I think the Tomcats could have definitely been flown a lot better in those fights, but that's neither here nor there. That's just my opinion. So, anyways, congratulations to the RS guys for winning round 2 and securing their victory in this match over 64th, who you know, they're a very good team, and they made it pretty far. And again, this is a semi-final match for the winners bracket itself, and RS will now be moving on to the final match. They're going to be playing in the finals, not the grand finals, because the grand finals again is going to be played between the winner of the winners bracket and the winner of the losers bracket. The losers bracket still has not been decided yet. Still waiting to get matches done so we can move on to the finals. I think they're currently in the quarterfinals, and then winners bracket is we're currently just waiting for the final match of the winners bracket, and then we'll move on to the ultimate thing. We have new guys on our team as well. They're learning a lot. Yeah, Tab, I heard about that. I heard you guys have a lot of new guys, so obviously it's going to be rough, especially SARH, which I think requires a lot more experience than Fox 3 combat. So, anyways, let's go ahead and cut to the. I'm gonna go to intermission so I can bring up the Tacview. We can look at that. So I will be right back. All right. So, let's go ahead and fix this here. Pop up that nice little 2 there, showing off that RS has secured this victory against 64th. And we're going to take a look at the fight, obviously. And so, looks like RS, again, are taking their first shots here. Let's real quick look at the chat. Fun little kick to the tournament to test new cohesion and tact. Yeah, absolutely. I'm using tact. I'm going to be using tact as kind of like a test bed, because it's kind of happening too quick for myself to feel confident about the turnaround time from going from Fox 1 to Fox 3, you know, standard Fox 3 combat. So just going to kind of have fun with the tact tournament that 64th are putting on, test new stuff. Welcome back, Squid. Alright, so let's real quick take a look at the energy states of the team. So we got 64th over here, all ripping across the sky. Most of them on, you know, about Mach 1.5, mid 30s here. Cookie up high at 40,000, a little bit slower than the rest of them, but obviously the extra altitude will help out. 64th RS guys over here are in the low 30s. Squid and Aaron over here in the mid to high 30s. Zenik over here in the mid 30s as well. And they're all going an average of Mach 1.3. Some of them, like Plasma, getting right up there at almost Mach 1.4. We can see these first missiles rip off at about 25 miles again, taking pretty long shots with these Rs. You know, they will hit a target if they don't defend appropriately, but you know, just a simple crank off to the side will destroy these. Cookie moment, always like this. Yeah, absolutely, Riker. But yeah, so really aggressive R shots, especially back here from Zenik. I mean, he took his at 28 miles at the shortest distance. So really aggressive shots out here. Zavad didn't take a shot until a little bit later, so he kind of held his shot here. Crips, Rage, Tab, even Vadi, they're all ripping theirs off at about 20 miles here. Yeah, even as close as 16 actually. So holding it out. But they can totally do this because again, look at this R27R here from Aaron, right? He fired his at about 20 miles, and sure, it has a really high initial velocity. Look at it, it gets up to 3.5, almost 3.6, but it's a very draggy missile. You know, and so it just instantly bleeds all of its energy. It's already, it's already sub Mach 2, about Mach 1.5, 5 miles from Crips, so never ever gonna hit. You know, maybe holding the shot till 20 miles, 40 clicks would be a little bit better for the PK of those first missiles. Obviously, it's to get them to defend, but in my opinion, I mean, at least in my team, when I have a flanker locked up and I hear a missile warning come off from him from 25 to 30 miles, I just completely ignore it, fox my own missile, and then I defend, and it just defeats their first missile instantly. Like, you really don't have to care. Plasma over here getting smoked, absolutely, just not respecting the Mirage at all, just kind of cranking off here. He does try to go into the beam here, dumping a lot of chaff, but that Mirage radar and that 530D just did not care, and he gets blown out of the sky here, not respecting it again. He's still up at high altitude. Had he dove a little bit more aggressively, because he is here at 30,000 feet, you know, he only dropped 5,000 feet of altitude, and then in his recommit even climbed back up about 1,000 or 2. So just no respect for the 530, and he pays the price for that, unfortunately. And then also, unfortunately for Vadi, he fires a second 530D, which is his last 530D, and that's going to go after nobody. Zavad over here defending a little too aggressively, I think. Could have easily recommitted here, done some damage, and it gets really hectic in this little area here because the 64th guys were able to close the gap. Crips got shot at by Aaron. Aaron fires off an R at Crips, it seems. Crips defends very aggressively, gets Aaron to break off, target Vadi, and allows Crips to just recommit instantly. This is very quick, good thinking from Crips. You know, he gets shot at, but then, hey, guess what? He unlocked me, time to recommit instantly and punish him for it. Aaron goes ahead and gets that kill on Vadi because he's just completely unaware, blissfully unaware of the fact that there's a SU-27 down here. I think here, this issue of Aaron being able to push this close to Vadi is both Vadi's fault for not, cranking off to the side enough, and it's also these Hornets' faults for not targeting Aaron aggressively enough. But I guess that was Crips. He broke off, so there's a good explanation for it not happening. But Crips does diligently recommit. However, unfortunately for him, Aaron just on the ball here. Probably helmet mounted sighted Crips, locked him up, R73 off the rail, eye off bore sight, kills him. Just crazy aggressive. But again, if you look at that, right, Crips, I don't know if he was intending to dump a ton of flares here against Aaron. Obviously, you would want to in the case there's a T coming. But then on this recommit, Aaron fires off this, and he doesn't dump a single flare here. He should have definitely been able to see that smoke trail coming off of Aaron. He clearly had some sort of visual if he's turning like this onto him. So just not diligent enough with those flares there in that moment. Rage here in a beautiful position to smoke Zenik, but these aim 7s are getting memed, but obviously one of them finally does catch up to him. So good kill there. Now we have Cookie here, who is let's see. I mean, here he should be assisting, trying to take out Aaron here. Also, Squid. Oh yeah, I just realized. What is Squid doing up here? I guess Squid was untargeted. Looks like, yeah, it looks like Squid was untargeted, seeing as he really didn't defend at all. Should have been Cookie's guy, but you know, in that case, if he's not gonna assist there, Cookie could easily just assist trying to kill Aaron here. Fails to acquire Aaron. Goes to try and assist Rage. Rage already deals with this guy. So let's see. Whenever fighting against ETF and Cookie is playing, you could always find him. Unsorted Bandit in the beginning started this rolling dumpster fire. Sorting is the most important thing, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Squid being completely unsorted here kind of just, I mean, he kind of just got to fly in here. My opinion, personally, this Cookie is the furthest in the back here, so he gets the furthest in the back Bandit. And while that isn't Squid, I mean, he should have definitely gotten Zenik here. Squid should have been targeted by somebody. I mean, if we look at the layout of this initial pass, I mean, here you're looking, Crips probably takes Aaron. Rage takes Squid, Cookie will take Zenik back here, and then you got Tab and Vadi trying to sort on Plasma and Zavad here. So that's like a very clear, easy sort, but Squid just unfortunately was failed. They failed to sort Squid, so he was able to just kind of push in there, free reign. So, but then I do also think that Cookie having all of this advantage, like, I mean, look at where he's looking, right? He should definitely be able to pick up, if he's scanning low here, he should definitely easily be able to pick up Aaron and just rip an aim 7 off and kill him instantly, but ends up just straight up overflying him, dumping all his altitude. You know, and Squid is in trail here. Squid also made a huge error. Look at this altitude that he had. Squid up here at 30,000 feet had all the advantage in the world. Decides to come down low to help. And you can also see, look, you can see the noob. He's being a noob here. You can tell that he's in vertical scan, so he's relying too much on this vertical scan to pick up somebody that he thinks he might see, which of course here is Cookie, but should rely more on the actual radar work itself, not relying on some ACM mode that's not 100% effective. Obviously, he probably it still doesn't look like he locked him up. Maybe he locked him up here after that, but yeah, gets an R27R out on Cookie, and Cookie's just not able to retaliate. So smokes him there. Overflies Rage. Rage gets a... What happened here to Aaron? Wait, what did he get hit by? Let's see. What actually? Yeah, what happened to Aaron? Did he ground strike? Is that what happened? I think he might have. I think that damage came from him ground striking. That's what it looks like. Look at all this wobble happening. Yeah, I think Aaron accidentally ground striked in a defense and ended up having to take an emergency landing. He didn't actually get shot. That was pretty crazy. So, you know, Aaron C-fitted, unfortunately, there, so I guess that was kind of lucky for Cookie that Aaron killed himself, even though Cookie failed to acquire. But you know, obviously he should have been able to kill him, but Squid there, yeah, Squid in the future, try to rely more on the actual radar work than the ACM modes. Like, sure, the ACM modes are great, but like if you're flailing around like this, you're not gonna be doing a very good job. Yes, with C-fit. Yeah, that's what I thought. Again, like he got so close to the ground, he struck the belly of his plane on it and killed himself. Unfortunate there. But you did at least pick up Cookie later on. But you merge with Rage merges here. Let's see what happens with Rage. Oh yeah, that's right. Tab nearly commits fratricide here on Rage. Fails to. You know, there's IFF on these things. You know, right, Tab? I'm sorry. I gotta. I know it's not instant IFF like Flaming Cliffs 3, but you know, you got IFF. You could be like, you know, all that kind of stuff. But and then here, I understand you're probably staring at Rage here, but as soon as you level out here, you should be able to see this R27T smoke ripping out from the left here. You clearly do because you're flaring, so that's good. But then you just merge completely blind. These flares successfully defeat that R73, so that's good for you. Merge blind, try to force the one circle, still blind, and you die to that R73. So that, you know, that's a really rough time there. Perhaps if you had not locked up a buddy, fired on him, you know, actually locked up Squid back here, or even Zavad for that matter, probably could have done so. But here, if you had locked up, yeah, Zavad here, if you had definitely locked up Zavad I mean, Zavad's dead. There's no way. Like, he fires off an R27T at you, and it's dead off the rail. Right, you have him locked up. You could even easily give him a Sparrow Sidewinder, and he's dead. He's done. And then it's 2-on-1, and very easily could have been a victory here. Right. Rage. Let's see what happens. Rage recommits into Squid. Dumps only a few flares, and they don't work. So is that, yeah. Dumps 2 flares, 3 flares, 4. Yeah, you got a panic flare when you see that when you see those smoke trails coming off the rails. So unfortunate there, but does actually trade here. And if we look at this, yeah, it looks like just looks like a little bit of desync. It looks like probably this AIM-7 Sparrow struck Squid via memory tracking. So yeah, it looks like it might have struck him via memory track, but that doesn't really pick up all too well in the Tacview or the track file. So, but yeah. Let's see real quick on chat. Check the 7P. Yeah, that's the 7P right there. Like I said, it probably killed him via desync and memory track and stuff like that. It's very clear that that's probably what happened, is that this just memory tracked into Squid, but it doesn't relay very, very well across the track and all that stuff. You know, this game kind of does that. Tab, are you guys rolling with VR, 2D, or both? Mostly 2D. Zoom in Squid. Yep. Server track and Tacview. I have the server track. I'll give it to you guys because it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, IFF is also delayed. Yeah, obviously. I know. In my team, we've started doing a lot more ray gun, buddy spike stuff. You know, so it kind of makes up for that. Even though we obviously have instantaneous IFF, right? Like we make sure to still do ray gun in the heat of the moment. So, because sometimes we're not looking at the HUD, we're not looking at our radar, so we can't really tell, you know, in certain moments. All goes back to can't rely on the systems too much. Absolutely, yeah. Again, like I said, even though I'm flying, like we're flying the FC3 and we do have that instant IFF, we still rely more on voice comms to delineate friend or foe than simply the systems itself. My point is, server Tacview equals authoritative. Not sure how a desync would show on the server Tacview. I really don't know, Squid. Like I said, this game, I mean, if we're being honest here, dude, this game kind of sucks. Like the coding in this game is ass. But you know, stuff like this happens. It's happened multiple times on these servers, so I wouldn't get upset about it. Like, I mean, this kind of stuff just happens all the time. So there's nothing really there. You still got the kill. Obviously, it sucks that you died, but your team won, so no need to really complain, right? But yeah. Anyways, good job on the RS, guys. The missile from the shooter's point of view is the real missile. Yeah, that's right. Because this game does a weird thing where, like, you know, the missile is not server side; it's client side. So, you know, there's always that big issue with games in desync where they'll code certain things being client side and they'll code other things being server side. So, you know, it's an issue there. But yeah, probably on Rage's screen, he got his memory track kill on you, and you obviously on your screen or even in the server, it didn't see that. But anyways, that's it for the Red Star versus 64th match. 64th are now in the losers bracket. Again, losing a match, if you're in the winners bracket, does not mean that you are booted from the tournament. It just means that you get a second chance. I don't actually know who 64th are fighting next. Might be OTP. I would have to double check. But RS are moving on to the finals. This was a semi-final match for the winners bracket. RS will be fighting Griffin, which is going to be a pretty cool match to watch. And then from there, whoever wins the Griffin versus RS fight will be going on to the grand final and fighting the winner of the losers bracket. And from there is the true winner of this tournament. So, losers bracket. So yeah, good luck to 64th losers bracket. Good luck to you guys at 64th and good fights. That's why I'm in it. Yep, alrighty. So, anyways, again, thank you guys all so very much for watching. Let's go ahead and go over to the thanks for watching screen. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I very much appreciate it, and for all your support and everything like that. I may stream again tomorrow, I may not, don't really know. I'll see how I feel. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. and have a nice day.